Hello, hello. Hey, Jay. Hey, Dave. Hey, Westside. Hey, Moosehawks. Thank you, thank you. Jay, did you see you were one of the winners for the giveaway? I sent you an email about it. I don't know if you saw it. Hey, Philip. Thank you, sir. So we went and saw Twisters yesterday for my birthday. Since I was doing this tonight, we couldn't do it today. If you guys are fans of the original, you'll like the new one. They claim it's not a sequel, but it pretty much is. It just happens to be a sequel that none of the original cast is in. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's already in the theaters. Yeah, so I don't want to, I don't want to give any spoilers away for anybody who hasn't seen it. But in the first few minutes of the movie, you'll catch a line of dialogue which, if you've seen the trailers for it, you already know that some of the probes that they were using had Dorothy on the side of it, which was the probes that were in the original movie. Those are the ones that were trying to get up into the tornado. And the main character actually makes a statement saying that these probes are really old and used. So sometimes you got to play with them to get them to work. So that was the reference that those were in fact the actual Dorothy probes. Hey, Silent Silver. Hey, Greg. Thank you, thank you. Oh, and then for those of you that are really into the storm chasing scene, Reed Timmer on his YouTube channel, he put up a video talking about, movie versus reality. How good did they get the science? They actually did pretty good. There were only a couple little things that they took liberties for the movie. But if you haven't seen the movie and you're going to, I'd recommend see the movie before you watch Reed Timmer's video, because there will be spoilers. That would be a spoiler if I told you any of that kind of stuff. You'll have to watch the movie. So I'm showing 5 people on right now. Give it a few minutes. Hopefully we'll get some more. I'm going to show you guys what Westside sent me for my birthday, because it's awesome. And it deserves being shown. Be happy when I can get to 1K subs. Thanks, mean one. Happy birthday to you too. Oh yeah, I was stoked when I saw it, man. That was awesome. Thank you again. I'm doing all right. I mean, you know, I've been running the channel for 6 years and I'm still not there yet. So by YouTube standards, that's not very good. Yeah, so here's what Westside got me, guys, for my birthday. Check that out. Proof 70 reverse proof 2019. From my Kennedy collection. So that's awesome. That's the only reverse proof I own now. I do not actually own another reverse proof. So Westside, thank you again. That is awesome. So I'm hoping for a good turnout today, because I'm going to do something special today for it being my birthday. So you guys might want to go get anybody and everybody that you know that likes buying coins and tell them to get over here. Definitely is no shortage of work getting these things up and ready to go. So as you guys know, anytime we have a sellout, I take a certain percentage of what the total amount for the sale was and put it into a pot. And in the next month, we do the giveaway for the sellouts when we have them. And we get the biggest, best coin we can possibly get. Hey, MJ. So tonight, for my birthday bash, if we can do a sellout tonight, I'm going to double it. The amount I would normally put into the pot for that giveaway, I will double if we sell out tonight. Which means just off this one sale, it would be $350. That would be going into the pot. I haven't seen Richard around in a while. I don't know what's going on with him. Hopefully he's doing all right. Hopefully. He still pops a random little video up on his channel every now and again. You know, but that's the thing, is if we can build this channel up to where we have, 60 people on every week, and if everybody, not even everybody, if like half of them buys 3 things on average, that's a sellout every week. And no matter how big we get, I don't care if we get big enough to where we're doing 2 sales every week and they're twice the size of what we're doing now. If it gets up to the point where we've got a $3,000, $4,000 pot every month. Hey, we've got a $3,000, $4,000 pot every month, and you guys are going to have a shot at some crazy good stuff. How many channels offer that, guys? Imagine a world where, we're giving away like an ounce gold coin every month, or, like a top pop key date Morgan, or, well, maybe not a key date top pop, but, a top pop or a key date You know, that kind of stuff, that's in the realm of possibility. We get this thing big enough. We can make this thing huge. Hey, Marley. Welcome to my channel. You're not the first person to say that. Thank you, thank you. All right, I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, and then we'll get the beginning stuffs out the way, and then we will get this thing going. And there wasn't a whole lot on pre-sale this week, so just about everything is still available. The only things that went on pre-sale was the 1890 10-cent Hong Kong, the 2 1972 Olympic 10 marks from Germany, the 1897 Indian cent, the 1900 Indian cent, and the 2 GMBU wheat cents. That's what went on pre-sale. So everything else on the list for you guys on the mailing list, everything else on the list but those few coins are all still available. All right, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use Cheapskate Coins at gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, Cheapskate Coins at gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Kachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being the little purple bubble mailer, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, it is an additional $35 charge on top of that. And you will have to sign for it when it gets to you. We do hold packages for anybody who wants your package held, so you can fill it up and maximize your shipping. So if you want your package held, you can tell me in chat, but I recommend send me an email to make sure I know. And we will hold your package till it fills up or until you say, I'm tired of waiting, send my package. If you're new, you can't get stuff tonight. You just have to send us an email by the end of the night. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, so that way we know who's who, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If you don't get the email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. You're on my list. Let me double check visually just to make sure. Yeah, Moose Socks, you're in a little purple bubble mailer. As of right now. All right, here is our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. I do put the lot list on there every day we have a sale. As I mentioned, we do have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email. So it's cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. And say, put me on the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a few days. Lately, it's been like 2 days before every sale. And you have the ability to pre-purchase items from that list. Remember, it is first come, first serve. So if you see something on it that you want, don't wait. Jump on it. Also, for anybody new, I don't do auctions. I do sales. Everything is buy it nows. Of course, when we post the list up on Facebook the day of the sale, anything that went in pre-purchase has been removed from it. So what you see on that list that day is what is available. Meanwhile, I'm wanting to say I think you're like halfway. Something like that. I'd have to visually look at it though. So if you're still here at the end, remind me at the end and I'll go look at it. All right, so one thing you guys can do to help us out to grow this thing, get more people to the channel. We've only got 5 of these left. I have a tendency to forget to show them. But since it's my birthday bash, I figured I'd show them and I'd give a discount tonight. Normally I charge 15 bucks each for these. And eventually I will get this old computer replaced and get to the point of being able to have the third camera looking at me again to make stuff like this easier. But we still have the cheapskate hats. We're down to 5 left. And if anybody wants one, show your support to our channel. We've got 5 left. And like I said, normally I charge 15 bucks each for these. Tonight, I'll do it for 12 bucks each. Yeah, good simple way to protect your dome and advertise for our channel all at the same time. Anybody want one? It's got the double clasp, so it's nice and secure. It's got the mesh back so your head doesn't get too hot. It allows air in. They're good hats. Yeah, it's the same reason every time you guys get a package, I send the business card with it. So that way, because I know a lot of you guys get a lot of packages from us. You know, set them aside and give them to people. Be like, hey, this channel's pretty cool. Come check it out. Why not? All right. Well, if anybody decides you want a hat, let me know. Selling those does not count towards the sellout. I just like throwing them out there every now and again in case somebody wants one. All right, let's get this thing going to the list. Kicking off with banknotes as always. And again, just a reminder, and for everybody who got here late that didn't hear it, because it's my birthday bash, if we do a sellout tonight, I'm going to double the amount I would normally put into the pot for the size that this sale is. So if we get a sellout tonight, that's $350 going into the pot. All right, first up, We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 of these available. These are 1957 $1 silver notes. Going for $3 each. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up is 1981 GAW from China, uncirculated, going for $2. Top two, the ones with the I and the Y. You got it, sir. If anybody decides you want one of those, there's now 4 left. All right, $2 for the uncirculated 1981 GAW. Anybody? Oh, why is my camera crooked? Straighten out. There we go. All right, moving on to the 1993 2000 Capone from Georgia, uncirculated. Going for $3. You been there before? The country or the state? Oh, very cool. I got to admit, this one country I really don't know anything about. I know, I was being a dork. All right, moving on. I'm actually surprised I've never sold a Georgia banknote yet. I got, this was a while back. I got a group of them that were all different denominations, all uncirculated. I've yet to sell a single one. They're all still here. So apparently nobody likes Georgia banknotes. Next up is 2016 Chutaka from Bangladesh. Uncirculated for $2. No, I've still got all of them. They're all still here. I could pull them all out right now and show every single one of them to you. I mean, I can tell you right now, I could do a bundle for you if you want every single one of them. I'll make them $2 each. Depends on if Bo's buying them all. Hang on, I'm grabbing them real quick. Give me a second. All right, so you just saw the... I'm going to move this. You just saw the 2000. There's the 3000. $20,000. $30,000. $50,000. I think these are all from the same year too. 100,000. And the 250,000. So that's all of them. I only have one of each, so you're good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 notes, so it'll be $14. Okay, they're not all the same years. A couple of them are 93s, the rest are 94s. Okay, so I'm going to change that listing then to just say 7 Georgia banknote set. For $12 to Bo. Or, wait, 7. That was $14. I can math, really, I can. $14. There we go. Congrats, Alright, did anybody want the Bangladesh that we were originally on? That one's $2. Redo your book. Just put them at the end, unless you have them alphabetically. Or just move pages up. Alright, moving on. You have 2 of the 300-page books full. Nice. I've had people asking me to get some more. As soon as I'm able to, I will. Right now, they're being stupid about their shipping, so I'm holding off on getting them. All right, next up, 1962 through 1975 series, 1 kip from Laos. Uncirculated. Going for $2. Oh, just like coin albums, there's some people who prefer to have actual currency books, and then there's some people who just get the 3-ring binder pages that hold banknotes. It's just a preference. I use the binders. I use 3-ring binders for everything. All right, moving on to the 1993 5 Tugrik. The binder or the banknote books that I had been selling, the ones that are the big 300-page ones, or 300 note, or whatever they are. I think they're 100 pages, and it holds like 3 notes per page or something like that. So it's like 300, holds 300 banknotes. I get those from Banknote World. But lately they've been getting stupid about their shipping, so I'm trying to find a new place to get some. Or see if I can find a workaround for their ridiculous shipping. Because as of right now, if I was to get them right now, because of how much they're charging for shipping right now, I would have to be charging you guys like $75 a binder. Or $75 an album. And I don't want to have to do that. No, the only thing I've ever found that you can do with the big, those giant Russian notes is page protectors. And a 3-ring binder. Alright, moving on. Because I've also never been able to find sleeves big enough for half the banknotes that we sell. So we have to get creative. Next up is 1995 100 Bays from Oman. Do you guys know that Oman is the only country in the world that starts with an O? Oh yeah, they will. They'll grade any note from any country. This one's also uncirculated for $2. And going to Bo. Gratzer. Can fit graded notes in large formats. If you know of somewhere online that sells those, email me a link to them. Mean one? Or Moose Socks, rather. Email me a link to those. Maybe I'll see about if I can get some of those and have those for the sales. Right, next up. $2014 500 Riles from Cambodia, uncirculated. One for $2. All right, moving on. All right, next up, this is, I guess, the showcase banknote, at least, for the night. 1941 to 48, 1 pound from Australia. I've got it in a fine, and in a fine, its list value is $22. I'm doing it for $10. Ooh, chill out. And this one's going to Greg Gratzer. Ooh. All right, next up. This is the second to last banknote for the evening. Well, now you do. 1981, 25 dinars from Iraq. Uncirculated, going for $5. Man, you've been all over the place. I guess you are very well traveled. Cool. I've flown around the world 0 times. I haven't even made it all the way across the U.S. yet. I was born in New York, and so far the farthest west I've made it was Las Vegas. All right, moving on. I've never even seen the ocean in person before yet. Which is pretty bad considering we live like Depending on which way you go, we live like a 4-hour drive from the ocean. But you'd have to go down to the Mexico side, and I don't really feel like doing that. But if I were to go to San Diego, that's like a 6.5-hour drive. I'll get there someday. All right, final banknote for the night. $1908 Red Seal, 100 marks, Germany. Speaking of larger banknotes, this one is in a cut down page protector. I will eventually. I don't own a vehicle, so it's hard for me to get around. Angela's been there. She actually swam in the ocean with dolphins. But I've never been there. And this one's going to Greg. Greg, you're going to be, with this one, you're going to be in the 1050 one because it won't fit in the smaller ones. Just FYI. So if you wanted held to put some more stuff in it, let me know. All right, words. I don't have any medallions on the list this week because I wanted to do the best to help you guys get that sellout, and I know medallions can sometimes get in the way, but I do have a couple of these tonight. So this is Casablanca Casino from Mesquite, Nevada. Focus. Limited edition, $10 gaming token. 3/9 fine silver. On that center, it's 0.6 ounces. Going for $20. Hey, Dandy Dave, thank you. I definitely want to get around at least the nation. If I get the opportunity, there are definitely some countries on my bucket list I'd like to go see. Ah, that makes sense. All right, moving on. All right, and then the other one is Horseshoe Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. Also going for $20. Missing Hawaii, North Dakota, Maine. Man, make sure you get out there. That way you can say that you've been to all of them. And if any of you guys ever find yourself for some reason around my parts, make sure you let me know so we can hang out. Hey, Hidden. Why do you need a notification? You know I'm on every single Tuesday starting at 5 o'clock. Every week. Unless I send out a notification saying it changed. Through email. I don't want to stop. It's my birthday and I got the mic. You're pissed at YouTube. That's why I said I've been doing this for 6 years at the same time every night. Thank you, sir. All right, moving on. Actually, surprised nobody wanted those. Normally, those things go every time. Oh, Dandy Day is binning. What, did you want the horseshoe one or the other one? Which one were you bidding on? I'm assuming the horseshoe one. That one? Well, there was 2 of them. I don't know if you saw them both. There was also the Casablanca. So, Dandy Dave, which one did you want? You'll take both? All right, cool. They've also got that new thing on the notification bell where you have to do the little drop-down menu and tell it to show you all notifications. Alrighty. I am right there with you, man. YouTube needs to get their technology figured out. Alright, next up. We got a Bitcoin. Had to go in a 2.5-inch flip. $1972, $5 from Jamaica. 925 sterling silver proof decam. Only 21,000 of these were ever made. Going for 45 bucks. There's a lot of silver in this coin. Anybody?
You. Oh.
Why?
Fine, sir.
Okay. All right, I guess Angela's taking over for a few minutes because I have somebody just knocked on the door for me. So tell everybody tell Angela hello.
Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? Anybody want this? It's really cool. It's Jamaica. You can never go wrong. Last call on this. I know, I need to. We were supposed to, and then it got all messed up. All right. We are going to move on from this. If anybody wants it, just let us know. And we are moving on to Mexico. 1968, 25 pesos. 72% silver. AU, 20 bucks. And then we have a BU1. And that one is going for 22. Here's the BU. Did you want the BU or the AU? And then we also too have the BU per flake for 25. Which one did you want, Dandy? Ben proof? As long as Dandy doesn't want that one. AU? Okay. So congrats, guys. We still have the proof like. Does anybody want the proof like? Oh wait, you said proof like. Or proof. We don't have a proof, Doug. So did you want the proof like or the BU? Okay. I'll give you that one then. So all we have left is the BU. Sorry for the mix up. Last call on this one. Thank you, mean one. All right, moving on. If anybody decides that you want that later, just let me know. And then we have two 1978 100 pesos. Mexico 72% silver. BU 28 bucks each. Here's the first one. And then here's the second one. Anybody want either one of these? And this is the last of the Mexico. Last call. Been the first one? Okay, Dandy. You got it. Anybody want the second one? Alright. We will be moving on. If anybody wants either one of those Mexicos, just let me know. Alright. We are moving on to Sweden. And the only coin from Sweden. We're going to 1918. W, 1 kroner, Sweden. 80% silver and fine. 258K minted. Going for $12. No, we do not. And going to Dandy Dave. Grats, Dandy. Alright, we will be moving on to Britain now. Lovely Britain. Alright. We have at 1893, 3 pence. Bren, 92.5% silver. And fine going for 15. $18.93. Would anybody like this one? Last call on this one. Alright, we're moving on. Anybody decides that you want that later, just let me know. Alright, we are moving on to a 1916, 3 pence. Bren. 92.5% silver. And VF going for $4. Anybody like this one? Who are you congratulating? Last call. Alright, moving on to 1936, 3 pence. Bryn, 50% silver in EF, going for 4. Last call. Alright, moving on to 1938, 3 pence. Bryn, 50% silver. It's BU, going for 6. Last call. Alright, moving on to the last of the 3 pences. 1941, 3 pence. Bren, 50% silver and AU going for 5. Hi, Aaron. It's fine. Lewis will be back. Last call.
I'll let her stick around for a little longer if you guys want her to.
But I have laundry I have to fold and put up. Alright, moving on. If anybody wants any of those 3 pences later, just let me know. We are moving on to the 6 pences.
We got one more smoke and I'll jump back in.
Okay. Can you make me one?
Yeah.
Alright. 1924, 6 pence. Bren, 50% silver and fine going for 4. No. He's not on the way to Sandy Beach. We live too far away from that. Last call. Right? No one's getting Britain. Alright, moving on to the 1936 6 pence. Bren, 50% silver and VF going for 4. Does no one love Britain anymore? You guys used to buy this up. Or did you all get all your coins? From Britain. Last call. Oh, wait. Philip came in. Yay. Philip's breaking the ice on Brennan. Grats, Philip. Alrighty. We are moving on to the 1939. 6 pence, 50% silver, VF, $4. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to hit that. Going to West Side. Grats, West Side. West Side. All right. Next up. Whoops.
What happened, Greg? You got all the good banknotes?
1941, 6 pence. Brennan, 50% silver, and EF going for 5. And Lewis is jumping back in. Aaron said hi and happy birthday.
Oh, all right, I'm back. Hey, Aaron, and thank you for the well wishes. Thank you, sir. Anybody on this one? 41 6 pence EF. $5. Potato salad and banana bread and baking fish. Interesting mixture. All right, moving on. If you didn't catch it in the beginning, I'm doing a thing for my birthday. If we do manage to get a sellout tonight, I'm putting double what I normally would into the pot. Next up, 1942, 6 pence. 50% silver via $4. My banana bread recipe is bomb. Everybody always says it's the best they've had. Oh, we have 2 of these, by the way. We also have an EF for $5. So that's the VF. I'll give you a copy of my recipe. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that's stingy about my recipes. Anybody wants one of my recipes, I let them have it. I don't mind. Just shoot me an email and then I'll email it to you. Because I'll forget to put it in your package. Our earliest silver estate quarter is known for doubling. Sometimes. Sometimes they can have it on there. All right, moving on. And the last of the 6-pence. $19.45. 50% silver. This one's in a fine for $4. Toasted electrical butter. I've never done cream cheese on banana bread. You're a hardcore foodie. I'm a trained chef. So, there's basically nothing that you can get in a restaurant that I can't make. Hey, David, thank you. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. And by the way, if anybody wants bundles to help with getting that sellout tonight, don't be afraid to ask. Next up, we are on to shillings. Kicking off shillings is the 1819. 925 sterling silver in good, $15. Old King George. Can I make a Big Mac? Yes, I can make a Big Mac. Including the secret sauce, which hasn't been a secret for a very long time. It's just mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together. Oop, that's upside down. Biggest staple is taking habanero jack cheese and smoking it. Every time it tells me to crack into it, it's nothing but fire. That stuff's not even hot to us. Hey, Otis, thank you. Man, nobody wants this one? This thing's 105 years old. Or 205 years old. You're an untrained chef. Wow, that surprises me. I thought sure somebody would have taken that one. But alright, moving on. Oh, Dandy Dave coming in late for the 1819. Congrats, sir. Next up, 1922. 50% silver, VG, $4. How about the original recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken? Yeah, I do know the recipe for that. I know what all the herbs and spices that are in there is. Yeah, the only reason I'm not in a kitchen slaving away is just because I don't have the desire to do it for a living. The only way I would even consider doing that would be if I owned the place. Well, they've changed a lot of the stuff in it. Hey, Chef, thank you. The biggest one being the oil. A lot of people don't know back in the day when that first came out, it was actually either lamb or duck fat that they used for deep frying it. Now they just use run-of-the-mill lard, and odds are it's been the same oil in the thing for a week and a half. Because a lot of those places, the employees are too lazy to actually swap it. All right, moving on. It's like Chef felt a disturbance in the force. He showed up right as we were talking about food. All right, and then the last of the shillings, 1941. This one's in a fine for $4. I played around every now and again with the idea of if I ever had the money for it, on actually like doing a food truck. Going to Philip Kratzer. But that's a lot of startup cost that I don't have. All right, next up we got one florin. It is the 1920, 50% silver and good for $9. Whoa, stop shaking. 1922 VG. You got it, sir. You're chowing and you got behind on chat. It's all good. All right, moving on. And the last coin from Britain. $19.23 half crown. 50% silver VG, 12 bucks. Anybody? Going to Aaron. Congrats, sir. All right, if anybody decides you want the rest of the Britain, let me know. If anybody wants a bundle for all of it, let me know. I'm more lagged than an old man in a Cadillac. All right, next up, we got one coin from Spain. It is a 1966 100 pesetas. 80% silver. It is an AU for 20 bucks. You know, it's bad when it takes minute lapse time for you to repeat the comment. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely getting some lag, that's for sure. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we're going to France. 1909, 2 francs, France, 83.5% silver, VF, 15 bucks. I'll do an 18 on the Spain, Doug. Spain coin going to Doug for 18. Congrats, sir. This way. It's pretty good for a 1909. That is not bad at all. Starting to get some dark toning on it. I'll keep an eye out. All right, moving on. Next up is 1965 francs. This one's an AU, 15 bucks. Yeah, anytime I come across anything like that, I do grab it. It's just a matter of being able to, be able to find it. Some of the stuff's tougher to get. All right, moving on. And the last one from France, 1962, 5 francs, AU. Aaron, was that for the 1960? I'm guessing because of your lag. All right, 1960 going to Aaron. And 1962 also going to Aaron. Surprised you didn't grab the 1909 unless you've already got it. If anybody decides they want that 1909, let me know. All right, next though, we have one coin from the Netherlands. It is a 1961 2.5 gulden. 72% silver, BU, 20 bucks. I guess in fairness, most of the parts in your phone were made in China. Anybody? It's all right. According to my YouTube, there's 2 people on right now. But I know there's more of you than that. I think I'm the crowd killer. There was like 15 people on when Angela was on the mic. Going to Dandy Dave. Congrats, sir. All right, next up we got two coins from Canada. First one is 1851 or 1951. There we go. 1951. 25 cent. 80% silver, extremely fine. It's got that dark toning going on. Going for $10. It's a nice one for those of you that like the toners. I could read them, I just can't say them. There's a difference. Not a big toner guy unless it's a guitar. I want to learn how to play bass guitar at some point, but I gotta get a lefty. Left-handed. All right, moving on. And the other coin from Canada is a 1966 dollar. 80% silver, AU. It's almost proof-like, which is interesting for an AU. Going for $24. Yeah, there have been a few people out there that were famous that were lefties. Like Jimi Hendrix was actually left-handed, but he took a right-handed guitar and just reversed the strings and learned basically how to play everything with all the notes backwards. And then Peter Steele of Typo Negative, who was the singer and the bass player, his dad had gotten him a bass guitar, but it was a right-handed. And told him, well, learn to play it right-handed then. So he did. All right, moving on. All right, I gotta start going through these things a bit faster because we're only just over a third of the way through this list. I don't think we want to be here till midnight. All right, next up, we got one coin from Japan. It is the 1964,000 yen. 925 sterling silver BU, 28 bucks. I really like this coin. This is an awesome coin. I just like that Mount Fuji obverse. Cool. The Seiko Alpinist watch. Cool. All right, moving on. All right, next up is Austria. So these are the 1780X Thalers. Those are the restrikes. I've got one proof. And I've got two of them that are the BUs. These are 28 bucks each. Anybody? I think the melt alone on these things right now is like, what, 20 bucks, 22 bucks, somewhere in there? Let's see. It's 3/4 of an ounce of silver. Yeah, $21.96 is the melt on these right now. Yeah, X means it's a restrike. They've done restrikes over a number of years. So if it didn't have the X on it, that would mean it's the actual 1781, and it would be like a $10,000 coin. And Dandy Dave's taking the proof. Anybody on the BUs? Yeah, they've been doing those for quite a while. That's why they're always sold for just a little bit over melt. All right, moving on. Next up, we have one coin from Australia. And it is a 1943S shilling. 925 sterling. It's an AU, $7. All right, moving on. To Cuba. We got the 1915 course reads. In AU, $15. 90% silver. This is that one that if it was the fine reads would be over $100. Looking for a 1943 Australian penny. If you're looking for that level, if you're wanting like a BU proof, like you're going to be looking at some money. That's for sure. This one's going to Dandy Dave. So it would be, you're talking about the big penny, right? The one with the kangaroo on it? Yeah, it's got a kangaroo on it. That's the design for the Australian pennies. Let's see. For a proof, you're looking at about $18,000. From a Mint State 63 level. You're looking at probably about $85 to $90. I just looked it up. All right, next up. 1948, 20 centavos Cuba. 90% silver, AU, $10. But I'll keep an eye out for you. I get 43s, but they're never like, you know, beautiful red BUs. This one's going to Philip Rapser. You have one that's shiny, but somebody put solder on roofs behind. Oh, that sucks. All right, next up, 1953 sixpence from South Africa. 50% silver AU, $4. Quit bouncing. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got 3 coins from Switzerland. First one is the 1950 half franc. 83.5 silver, AU, $5. All right, moving on. Next one is an oldie, 1887, 1 franc. This one's in a fine for 10. You don't see these that old too often. West Side beat you by a hair, Dandy Dave. Going to West Side. And then the last one, a 1933 5 franc. This one's in an EF, $18. Looks like the Reaper. All right, moving on. Don't fear the Reaper. Next up, 1 coin from Bermuda. It is the 64 1 crown. A beautiful BU. 470,000 of these were ever made. And it's going for 25 bucks. And going to Aaron Kratzer. Looking for a 10 franc. Aren't those gold? Or am I thinking of a different one? Yeah, those are gold. They're 90% gold. Basically 1/10 ounce. Melt value $225.14. And it looks like they were made from 1899 to 1914. I'll keep an eye out if you really want one. Of course, I'm going to have to make some money on it, so it's probably going to be like, $275-ish. Right, next up, got 3 coins from Israel. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. I've come across them many times. It's just, I'm very leery about ever paying out the money for gold because I'm worried if anybody's ever going to buy it. So I can't, I only have so much money I can have tied up into coins that don't sell, so. There, we got 2 of these available. These are the 1967 tin lyret, 90% silver. They're both BUs. 243,461 minted. They're 28 bucks each. Not quite. Ramon bought a lot of it too. So it's probably been you got half, and then Ramon got the other half, except for 1 or 2 coins maybe that somebody else got. But yeah, you've gotten a lot of it for sure. What's the image? That is the Wailing Wall. Yeah, I'll do 50 bucks for both, Aaron. Both going to Aaron for 50 bucks. Gratzer. All right, and then the last one from Israel is 1968 tin lyret. This one is 93.5% silver, so it's 1% over sterling. And this one's going to Doug. Congrats, Doug. Here's your other half, Doug, or your other side. Oop, I had that marked wrong. That's actually $40. Is that okay, Doug? I have my cost and the actual cost flipped on accident. So that one's supposed to be $40. Yeah, you can do 2 payments. Is $40 for that last coin okay? I don't have a proof right now. All I had was the BUs. Doug, I need to know if you're okay with $40 for that 68. I had it marked wrong. Give me yay or nay. Sorry, guys, I'm waiting for a yes or no from Doug. Doug, you're holding up the stream. Give me a yes or a no. I have a feeling that Dandy Dave's waiting to jump on it if you say no. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Oh, I know the proof is a lower mintage. I just don't have any. I sold the only one that I had. All right. Sorry about that. Next up, 1950, 100 francs from Belgium. 83.5 silver, VF, $20. Anybody? Are they Olympic rings? No, they're busts. It's got 4 guys. And then that's the Belgium shield. No, it's the Belgium shield. It's got the crown, the wreath around it. It's got the lions along the whole thing. Lions and crowns. Going to Dandy Dave. Congrats, sir. Oh, same here. It's an awesome coin. All right, next up. Got 3 coins from New Zealand. First one, 1933, 3 pence. 50% silver, BU. NGC list at in-state 63 is $50. I'm doing this at 25. That is a good, strong strike on that one. I think I got the date on that one wrong. I do. That's a 1936. Sorry. Hang on. I didn't realize I had the coin wrong. One second. I need to make a correction on the fly. 36, 3 pence. New Zealand. $1936. Less than half the mintage of the 33. All right, so it's still going to be the same price. I had everything else right. I just had the date marked on it wrong for some reason. So all the rest of the stats are right. All right, there. Now it's corrected. Let me change it on the little insert. It's actually the NGC list for this one is actually $60. So this one has a $10 higher list price than the 33. So you're getting an even better deal. All right, moving on. Next up, for some reason I had these backwards, is actually a 1933. This one's in an EF going for $4. So there's an example of a coin that really shows you what the difference between extremely fine and a BU can be. Anybody? $4. All right, moving on. I personally like New Zealand coins. I think they're cool. It's also one of the places I'd love to go see someday. It is beautiful there. And then last one is 1934 shilling from New Zealand. And a good for $5. All right, moving on. Like I said, I got to go a bit faster. We're only like basically halfway through the list. It's already, what, 2.5 hours into the stream? All right, Hong Kong went in pre-sale, so we are on to Curacao. Got the 1948 1/10 Gulden. 64% silver, VF toned, $3. All right, moving on. Oh, going to Dandy Dave. Congrats, Dandy Dave. Got to get to my 2 showcase coins, you know, before everybody's offline. I haven't even gotten to them yet. All right, next up is 44 1 Gulden from Curacao. 72% silver and fine, $12. Going to Dandy Dave. Gratzer. All right, next up, Germany. First one is 1939B, 5 marks. It's the one with Paul von Hindenburg. 90% silver, extremely fine, 20 bucks. It's from the Third Reich era. And this one's going to Aaron. Gratzer. Aaron, don't forget you're also going to have your second $50 payment this week. And then next week will be the last, that $40 one. All right, next up, 1963 F, 5 marks. 62.5% silver BU. NGC list on this thing at Mint State 60 is 75 bucks. That's better than a 60. I'm doing it at 30. That'd be 63, 64 at least, in my opinion. Anybody? Hayden, if you're listening in, Westside's trying to page you. I'm surprised nobody grabbed that one. All right, moving on. Next up, 1966 F. 5 marks. BU, 15 bucks. Yeah, it's like the new generation thinks that just because you get rid of some stuff that suddenly history didn't happen. It's almost proof-like. Going to Dandy Dave. And the last one from Germany, because the 72s went in pre-sale, is the 75G Albert Schweitzer. 62.5% silver BU, 12 bucks. That is blinging. Whoa. It's another one that's almost proof like. Mintage on it? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Give me a sec. 7.75 million. Is the mintage on that one. Going to Dandy Dave. Congrats, sir. Surprised you didn't grab the other one, Dave. Got 1963 I had out there at less than half of list. Oh, you already got a few of them? That explains it. All right, next up. Two coins from Greece. These are the last two world silver coins. 1960 20 drachma from Greece. 83.5% silver VF. Going for $12. All right, moving on. And the last of the world silver, 1964 30 drachma. 83.5 silver, Jim BU, $22. Still got 3 key date coins coming up just in the Americans. Got to get through this stuff. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of that world silver, let me know in the recap. We're on to American coins. All right, got a bunch of Indians. So, just like last time, I'm gonna link them. I'm just gonna link them all, and then I'll show them. They're all gonna be $2 each. Got 87, 88. 1890, 91, 93, 95, 96, 98, $99. $19.01. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. There's all the dates available tonight. Here's the 87. $88. Half price would be what I paid for him. $90. I give you all of them at a $1.50 each. That way, at least I'm breaking even on them. All right, except for the 88 and the 1904, because me and one just bought both of those. Fairly similar is the same date run as last week. I've had a lot of these dates. I've just been trying to unload them. All right, so that was the 88, too mean one. And the 04, too mean one. All right, give me a sec. I got to mark all these for Aaron. Alrighty. Give me 1 second, I will look. Let me check real fast. I think I can, but I want to make sure. 88, yes, I can. And yeah, I can do both. Yeah, I got them both. So let me mark those down at the bottom of the list real fast. You're actually getting a better 1904, because the one that I grabbed out is a fine, not a good. All right, got him. All right, next up. All right, so the 2 wheat sets went in pre-sale. So we are on to the 1960 Denver large date. Graded by Annie, mint state 67 red. Going for $10. I'd love to be able to carry some of the Indians that Rick has, man. He's got some of the top pop stuff. Plus he gets the proofs, he gets the patterns. Some beautiful, beautiful stuff. You're talking about like mint state 67s and 68s. Anybody? It's not bad for $10 for a mint state 67. It's like wholesale price. Is that a key date? No. If it was the small date, it would be the one of the keys. It's just a good grade. It's 3 points away from perfect. Yeah, Rick Snow. He's the Indian coin expert. He literally wrote all the books on them. All right, moving on. All right, next up. This is a mixed roll of 1935, 36, and 37 Buffalo nickels. It's a full roll, 40 coins. I don't know the mints on them. I didn't look. It's going for $60. That's only $1.50 a nickel. Who knows what you might find in there? You could find any kind of variety or error in there. Oh yeah, I love the fact that I'm friends with him, for sure. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, and then also in Buffalo Nickels, I've got the 36 plain date VF for $3. 36 Denver and fine for $3. And 36 SVF for $3. Or if anybody wants all three as a year set, I'll do all three for $6. These are a good way to get kids into coin collecting. Get them a bunch of buffaloes. All right, moving on. No love for Buffalo Nickels tonight, I see. All right, next up, we got some Barber Dimes. Kicking off with 1912 plain date VG for $4. All right, moving on. Next one, we got two available. These are 1913s. They're both VGs. They're $4 each. All right, moving on. And then we got a 1914 Denver in fine for $6. And we've also got one at VG for $4. All right, moving on. Two Mercury Dimes. Kicking off Mercury Dimes, 1943 VF, $4. That's the wrong one. Here we go. Dandy Day has been in the barber dime. Fine. You got it, sir. All right, moving on. So that was the plain date. This one is the Denver. VF for $4. I wouldn't be able to go that low. I could go 12 for the others. That'd make them $3 each. All right, moving on. Next up, 44 plain. Extremely fine, $5. You want to do it for 12 new socks? This one's going to Westside. Grats, sir. Oh, the barber dimes? No. There's 5 left. Oh, wait. 4 left. Okay, sorry. I miscounted. You're right, Moose Socks. You're right. So it would be $12, yes. You are correct. So yeah, $3 each would be $12. All right, and then we also had a 44 VF for $4. There's 4 left. Not 3, there's 4. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. At $3 each would be $12. There's 2 13s, a 14D, and a 12. The one that Dandy Dave got was the 14D. That was the fine. So if you only want 113, if you want 3 of them for $9, I'll do that. All right, moving on. All right, next one up, we got 2 available. These are 1945s. They're both VFs. $4 each. All right, so so that's a 12, 1, 13, and a 14 for Moose Socks. For $9, you got it, sir. All right, moving on. You're welcome. All right, next one up is Showcase Coin number 1. $19.45 Denver. Gem uncirculated, full band, graded and attributed by Rick Snow. $50. How often do you guys see Mercury dimes that look like that? I know, I saw it. But I hadn't got done showing them all because there was this one still. So do you want a package deal including this one?
I have yours.
If you want all the Mercury dimes including this one, I could go $55 for all of them. That drops the others to $3 each and drops this one to 40, which is the best price I can do on that one.
Maybe.
So $55 for everything.
And he's doing it.
All right. All Mercury dimes going to Dandy Dave for the deal.
That's
Oh, that's a barber. That's not a dime. Go away. Do-do. $40. Oops. Hey. $3, $3, $3, $3, and $3. All right, got it. All right, next up we got some silver proof quarters. These are the Uber year, the 2012s. Chaco culture. Hawaii volcanoes. El Yunque. Denali. And Acadia. And since it's my birthday, I'm going to give you guys a better deal on these than I normally ever give. $60 for the set. That drops them to $12 each. Normally I do $75 for these. All silver proof decams. Anybody?
I have it.
All right, moving on. All right, next up, showcase coin number 2, which is a key date. $19.16, Walking Liberty $half. It's in a good and a Rick Snow holder, $65. Key date Walker.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is a really good price. Anybody? All right, moving on. I figured somebody would have grabbed that. Next up. Oh,
Oh, wait.
mean one's coming in late for the Walker. Gratzer.
That's the main one.
This next one's going to blow your guys' mind a little bit. 1966 SMS Kennedy $half. DDO 15 Gem Uncirculated Proof Like. Graded and attributed by Rick Snow. Going for $50.
Right there.
Anybody?
Do what?
Do what?
Last call.
All right, moving on. Next up, we have 2 of these available.
Oh, DD.
Double die obverse. That means there's doubling. These are 2003 S silver proofs. Kennedy $half, $20 a piece. Hello. Type, stupid keyboard.
He just said.
Anybody on these? 20 bucks each. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got a semi-key date. $18.92 San Francisco Morgan dollar. It's in a fine, graded and attributed by Rick Snow. 125 bucks.
You're welcome.
Semi-key date Morgan. Anybody? Wow, nobody wants this coin.
Sunday would be drawing.
All right, moving on. What'd you do with the lights? Oh, there they are. All right, next up, this is the biggest coin of the sale, and this is the key date of the Peace Dollar series. 1921 High Relief. Graded EF by Rick Snow, 280 bucks. Anybody?
I really wish I could for myself.
Last call. Don't forget you gotta make payments. I don't have any wheat cent rolls right now.
Alright.
All right, moving on. Two 1972S Silver Ike PCGS Mint State 67. 28 bucks. I don't have any Silver Eagles at all. I don't really do a lot on bullion coins. There's just not enough of a premium for them. All right, moving on. Last coin on the list is the 76 Silver Ike.
What was the grade of the Morgan?
The 92S Morgan is a fine. This one's going for 35 bucks. PCGS Mint State 67. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, list price on that Morgan is 150 bucks. So I've got it 25 bucks below list. All right, moving on. That was the last lot on the list, Ronald. So if it wasn't on there, I ain't got it. All right, recap. Banknotes, we still got 4 of the 57 $1 silver certificates, $3 each. We have the 1 GAW from China, the Bangladesh, Laos, Mongolia, the Cambodia, the Iraq. Anybody on any of those? One more silver note going to West Side. He wants the prettiest one. You got it, sir. All right, we've still got World Silver. The 1972 $5 Jamaica Silver Proof at 21,000 minted is still available. 45 bucks. I already sold all the Indians I had available tonight. All right, Mexico, we've got one the 1968 25 peso BU and one 78 100 peso BU. Anybody on those? Yeah, that was the Iraq 25 dinar that had the horses on it. The 1981 25 dinar Iraq uncirculated, $5. Iraq going to Moose Ox.
Gross.
All right, Britain. Surprisingly, the 1893 3 pence is still available.
Right?
As is the 16, 36, 39, or 38, and 41 3 pences. For the 6 pence, the 24, 41, and 40, both 42s are still available. As is the 45 and the 1920 florin.
Anything on Britain?
Anybody on those? All right, France. The only one that's still left is the 1909 2 francs.
Thank you, Doug.
Anybody on that one? 1909 2 francs, France. All right, both Canadas are still available. 1951 25 cent and the 1966 dollar.
What?
Yeah, I saw your email. Thank you for that. All right, the 1964 1,000 yen Japan is still available. And then for Austria, both of the BU thalers.
Have a good night, Dandy Dave.
Anybody on those? All right, 43S shilling from Australia is still available. Okay, then the 1953 6 pence South Africa. And for Switzerland, that's the Jamaica one she just put under the... Thank you, sir. For Switzerland, the 1950 half franc and the 1933 5 franc are both still available. Both...
Pretty coin.
All three of the New Zealand coins are still available. For Germany, the 1963 5 mark is still available. And both of the Greece coins are still available. Anybody on any of those? That's all the world silver is still available. Want to see the Germanys? This is the only Germany coin still available. $30. It's less than half of list. All right, going to West Side for the Germany. That's West Side.
I know.
The BU one was this one. 1936, 3 pence BU. No, it was actually that. So this was the one, Moose Socks, that Mint State 63, it lists for $60. Going to Moose Socks. Gratzer. And these are the other two New Zealands, if anybody wanted them. 33 3 pence EF and 34 shilling in good, which were $4 and $5. All right, anything else for anybody else on the world, Silva? All right, American. The 1960 Denver large date Mint State 67 red is still available.
Have a good night, Westside.
The full roll mixed date Buffalo Nickels and the 1936, the plain date D and San Francisco are still available.
Anything on the Buffaloes?
All right, we got one 1913 plain date Barber dime still available.
Barber.
It's in a VG for $4. All right, and then the 2012 silver proof quarters are still available. All three Kennedy half dollars are still available. That's the 66 SMS BU proof like with DDO 15 in the Rick Snow holder and the two 2003 proofs, silver proofs. 1892S Morgan dollar, the 1921 high relief piece dollar, and the two Ikes. Is everything else.
Anything else for anybody?
So last call for everything.
All right, guys. What are the Buffaloes?
This is a mixed roll of 1930, 35s, 36s, and 37s. I don't know the mints. It's a full roll, 40 coins at $60. And then these are the individuals. 36 SVF, 36 Denver Fine, 36 Plain Date VF. These are $3 each, or I did a deal on these. If anybody wanted all three, I'd do it for $6 for all three. And Doug, did you want me to look in the leftovers to see if I still had that proof? For that Israel? If you get these, yes, it would be plus $6 shipping. And if I don't already have your information, you'd have to email me your info by the end of the night. Your personal info, shipping info, channel name, if you're using PayPal or Cash App, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing. And I never ship without payment. That's cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. We hold packages if you decide you want, to completely fill out a package or whatever. We'll hold them all the way up to a large flat rate. We got a few people right now that are slowly filling up large flat rates. I don't think we do. I think I sold them to Rick.
Yeah, I'm not saying it.
Yeah, Doug, we don't have that one anymore. I think I sold it to Rick.
Whatever.
But, all right, last call on everything, and then I'm getting out of here.
Alright. Have a good night, guys.
Ronald, I'm on every Tuesday starting 5 p.m. Pacific. I don't know either.
Alright, we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, we do a printed invoice for every sale you get stuff at that will be in your package. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Everybody have a great